In my senior year, I did like a lot worse than I did in my previous years. Like for the first time, I got my first C. And even though I was really upset at first, I discovered that I actually learned a lot more that year than I had my previous years. I'm not sure if many of you have experienced a situation similar to this, but this led me to the discovery of a topic that I am sure affects us all. It's called intrinsic motivation. Okay. Intrinsic motivation is the desire to do something well for its own good. You may not understand the connection between my story and intrinsic motivation. Here's a connection. There's a connection between intrinsic motivation and the grading system. Grades are defined by the official philosophy of the Cuyamaca English Department as appraisal of your level of success on an assignment or in a course. But do grades really tell it all? The grading system destroys intrinsic motivation from many students. In psychological experiments, rewarding students with toys and candy for reading destroys the time and enjoyment spent reading. In the same way, rewarding students with a letter grade destroys their motivation to actually take time to learn. Additionally, grades can only measure what is measurable. Things such as effort and improvement can't be captured in grades. Grades are so black and white that it takes away from the motivation of many students to continue to learn and to prosper. Finally, many students are so focused on getting good grades that they completely neglect things that aren't graded. Students that are too focused on getting good grades also do things such as cramming because they want to pass a test. But when students cram, they remember a lot for the exam, but after the exam, they forget most of what they learned. There's also a desire to get good grades that motivate a lot of students to cheat on exams rather than just taking the time and effort to learn what they need. So, in my senior year, I discovered that even though my grades weren't as high as they were previously, I actually retained a lot more, and I learned a lot more that year than I ever did before. I'm not telling students not to get good grades and not to strive for high grades, but I think we should all aim to reclaim the intrinsic motivation to learn, rather than just to focus your efforts entirely on getting good grades.